Okay, so today, everybody, I'm doing a special show. I have a very, very patient guest on the phone. We've had some technical difficulties this week, and it seemed to be just a Flaminpit Show. It must be too hot up in here or something. But anyways, I have Mr. Jeffery Hill on the line with me. And Jeff, how you doing?
Yourself?
I'm doing really good. I want to thank you for your patience. You know, like we were talking, sometimes the high-tech stuff is not so high-tech, it drives you crazy. It may even make me grow a strand of hair or something. You're breaking up. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello?
You're breaking up. I can't hear you.
Okay.
Let's give it me to you here.
Okay, so can you hear me? Can you hear me at all?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Okay. So now let's talk about this Hartford MI Bike Fest that is coming up on June 15th. I saw postings of it, and it sort of reminds me of Full Throttle.
Yeah, actually, believe it or not, I just spoke to the people from Full Throttle this morning a little bit. They got something going on a week or two after that in Chicago, and I just invited them up to come and visit with us.
So you got to talk to the one and only Michael Ballard?
Yes.
Oh, my God, I'm jealous.
It's amazing who you get a chance to talk to from time to time.
I know. I want to talk to him. I've been trying to get a hold of him because I was just like, I watch that show all the time, and I want to interview Michael Ballard.
Okay. Well, I could probably set that up for you. When we get done here, I'll send you a phone number.
All right, then. But let's talk about this event that you're putting on. I know you had a couple of difficulties yourself. You're going to have to change the spot at the last minute and all that. So tell me what's going on.
Yeah. Well, in some of these smaller towns, they're pretty much ran by two different groups. There's a township and a city.
Uh-huh.
We were out in the township, and they just didn't want us.
Oh, my goodness. They say y'all was too noisy?
And they welcomed us with open arms.
Did they tell you was too noisy?
They were concerned. They still got the reputation of the old 70s bikers, Hell's Angels, and
yeah.
Once they realized 10,000 people planning on showing up, they started panicking a little bit.
Yeah. That's probably more people that weekend in the whole city.
Oh, yeah. We'll probably actually this town home, which is great. We're looking forward to showing this community what the biker world is really all about. It's not come in right village to village. It is people in their 40s and 50s now. They're not.
Yeah. They're not those
rebels.
Not,
like I said, the Hell's Angels groups.
Yeah. And I see that one of the events you have a dunk tank for Make-A-Wish Foundation. So it's not all bad. It's not just all a weekend of partying without a purpose.
Oh, no, we have more purposes than anybody can imagine. Actually, the dunk tank is going to go to the Make-A-Wish people. We have a Molly Hatchet autographed guitar, and I can't use the word raffle, but if you donate $5 to local food banks, I will give you 6 tickets, and somebody will be leaving with the guitar signed by Molly Hatchet.
Well, I don't know who Molly Hatchet is. Is that a girl or a guy?
Southern rock band from the 70s and 80s. Yeah.
A Southern rock group from the 70s and 80s.
Well, John, no, you heard him come in.
and if you don't type him in on YouTube tonight, I'll be griping at you tomorrow. They're probably one of the more well-known Southern rock bands. Well,
I'm going to have to check them out just so I'll be up on it because I don't know that I know who they are. I think I've heard of them, but, and then I see you guys have a lot of stuff that's going on. You've got bands, you've got bikini contests, and, I could be in that.
Hey, come on over.
You got, what does it say? You got vintage bike contest and best bike contest. So, now how did you start putting this kind of thing together, and what made you think to do it, especially like in Hartford?
Well, I live in Hartford, actually. I'm strolling around my block right now talking to you.
Oh, okay.
And what is ironic, I ended up moving this thing up 2 blocks from my house.
Oh, so your house going to be bumping and thumping?
Oh, yeah. Actually, one of the bands said, well, we can camp out in your backyard. I said, as long as you don't pee in my pool.
Oh! Well, you better put a lid on the pool because you know that's going to happen.
Oh, yeah, there'll be beer cans floating all over it.
Oh, my goodness.
But yeah, the vintage bike contest and actually the bikini contest and all that, we're doing something really kind of cool, I think, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
After the bikini contest, we've got a box out there with 1 through 20 numbers. Each girl's got a number. And the crowd has 2 hours to vote for who they want to win. And that money's also going to local food banks.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
And it's the same way with the vintage bike. Whoever wins that will be voted on by the people that's there. There's not a board. There's not a group of people saying, this is the greatest bike there is. It's the majority of the people.
So they're just buying tickets or whatever. You can't say the word.
For this, they're just donating $1, and every penny counts as a vote.
Right. Oh.
Whoever has the most pennies is the winner.
Oh, well, there you go.
And what comes out better, people get food that need it.
Oh, yeah, because I volunteer on Fridays at a church that give food away, and we did like 135 people today, and sometimes it's just not enough. People come, as we're closing up, people are still coming, so there is such a need for it, and I never knew how bad it was until I actually started volunteering there.
Well, the one thing we've always done, I've put on different events for over 30 years now, and I've always tried to give back to the community in one way or the other, and it's only fair. If the community's willing to give to you, give back to them.
Right.
You don't have to get rich off of a place. You can do good.
So now you also, I see you have a fire-breathing dragon or something?
He is, and actually that is what the conversation in the Full Throttle was about. I stole him from them.
Yeah. Well, one of our local wrestler group here, we do have a person that shoots fire.
Well, that's not a bad thing. I probably know him, actually.
Hades.
I would have to see his face. I was in the wrestling business for better than 20 years. Yeah,
well, tomorrow they're going to be doing an event themselves at the Masonic Temple here. So maybe you just shoot on down and you can breathe some fire. But you're not. You
guys got probably one of the. You guys over in Flint and Saginaw made one of the best wrestlers in the world for me.
Who was that?
A gentleman by the name of Monty Brown.
I don't know who that is.
Well,
and I know.
He only lasted a year or two.
Oh, okay. Because when we had first talked, I told you we're big wrestling fans. We go way back to the Bobo Brazil days, and they have.
Bobo, I love Bobo.
Yeah, and
he was my very first match I ever worked.
Oh my goodness! Because when I saw a picture of you,
20-something years ago.
Yeah, I saw the picture of you, and I said, "You look like a wrestler." And what you say? I used to be a wrestler.
Yeah, I had to give that up because of old age.
Oh, yeah, I can dig that. Well, so how long, you say you've been doing events for like 30 years, but now do you come up with, like, is this an annual event? You come up with a different event? How often?
Well, this one here, annual event. Next year we're planning on it being a 3-day weekend.
Mm-hmm. So what is it this week? What is it this time? Just one day?
It's just a one-day thing. Because I couldn't afford any more than that. I took all the money out of my pocket to make this go. Mm-hmm. And I said, well, can I afford 3 days or 2? I figured 1.
Well, you'd be like Mike, I'd make a year's worth of money in 1 week.
Well,
that's what he says.
Just about a year's worth of money in a week.
All for 1 day.
Yep.
Well, I guess.
But, it'll be well worth it.
Yeah.
The people that are working on this are great. Mm-hmm. I actually just had the city police come by and ask for flyers.
Oh.
Because people are asking about the show. So it sounds like the town is supporting us and they're behind us 100%. Mm-hmm. The local government, the city government, I guess I should say.
Yeah.
Is ecstatic about having us. So.
Well, how much?
You can't go wrong.
How much money you think that'll bring to the community? Like we have Back to the Bricks, they'll say we make, so many thousands of dollars, $100,000 for the weekend or something.
I would say $100,000 to be spent here in town for the 1 weekend.
Mm-hmm. That's with all the businesses. Yeah, they have to eat and people spend the night there because they're too drunk to drive.
And I want them to. We actually have on-site camping, so if you get too drunk, I'm throwing you out in the field, and tomorrow morning I'll see you and tell you to be safe and get home.
Right. I wonder about with it being like that. Now, you had to move sites. You're not at the fairground anymore, so where are you now?
We're at the Hartford racetrack, which is actually a beautiful facility.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it should work out really well. It's just as big as the fairgrounds itself.
And everything you're gonna do is right inside of the walls of the racetrack. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I didn't know Hartford had a racetrack.
It's actually, I think, one of the biggest dirt tracks in Michigan.
Oh, is it dirt like for dirt bikes?
Yeah, for dirt cars.
Oh.
They have ran race motorcycles on it before as well, though. But it's probably one of the nicest facilities in the state, and probably one of the, I know it is the biggest in Michigan, actually.
So now where is Hartford? I have to say I've never been there. I think I passed a sign that said Hartford this way.
What, do you know where Kalamazoo? You know where Kalamazoo is at?
Yep, on the other side of the map.
Uh-huh. Well, we're 20 miles past Kalamazoo. We're 100 miles from Chicago.
So how far are you from Flint?
2.5 hours.
Oh, that's too long to drive.
Oh, no. It's never too long of a drive to have fun.
Well, you know, I'm one of them people that, you know, I only like to drive when I have to, and my motto is 3 hours is my limit. So wherever my car stops at the 3 hour mark, somebody better pick me up.
I understand that. I've gotten that away too.
Yeah, I mean, my sibling will drive across country from the East Coast to the West Coast and back again, where I'm just chugging along for 3 hours, and after that I'm looking for the nearest plane to get on.
Mm-hmm. And I don't blame you.
Because I just
I
can't.
ain't stopping at a motel without a remote control either.
No. I mean, I have a HHR. I can pretty much sleep in the back of my truck if I needed to.
Yeah, that's not a bad thing.
I know.
That's not a bad thing at all.
So now, how many people do you have working with you? I mean, and how long did it take you to come up with this? Because it seemed like this would take, like, you have to start like a year in advance to, you know, get all these acts and everything.
I started this about a year and a half ago, actually.
Uh-huh.
And it started coming together back in October when I met up with the gentleman that started American Greed, that band there that's playing for us.
Mm-hmm.
And after seeing his drum set, I had to do this.
Yeah.
When I started putting one and one together, I kept coming up. I had to do it.
Oh, yeah. Now, what kind of crew do you have? I mean, does everybody know how to do this? I mean, do you have volunteers or people just do this for a living like you, or what?
Yeah, actually I do. The sound crew is probably the production company, I guess I should say, is one of the best in the country. So, you know, believe it or not, that's the hardest part, is taking care of all of that equipment. The stage crew I have that changes out the stage in between acts, they can change an act out and have another one set up in 7 minutes.
Oh, so
that's how good they are.
That's really good, because I've seen, you know, like I said, I watch Full Throttle, and when they're changing out, like, from Jesse's band to the girls dancing and all, I mean, they are running. They're running.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're going to be running. I didn't say that. But we have it done in 7 minutes. I've actually done that last year a few times, and we were able to get through it. And everybody's breathing hard, but it's about a 7-minute changeover.
And at 8 minutes, they're passing out, going, all
sucking water in the background. My God, you're not paying me enough.
Oh, my goodness. Now, what about the alcohol consumption? You have to have like certain license for that, or is that part of being in the racetrack where you can just go ahead and drink without any problems?
It's actually part of the racetrack licensing, in which they're taking care of all of that kind of stuff for us.
But you have to supply everything you need, and they're just giving you the venue.
Not so much that way. I supplied everything, and they're actually partnering up with us on this a little bit. Mm-hmm. So, you know, that way all of their licensing and stuff is so good, they don't have to fill out all new paperwork.
Right. So
I'm a big fan of that.
For an event this size, I mean, how do you know how much stuff to order? I mean, you just back a truck up?
You really don't.
You just back a couple trucks up?
Well, yeah, but the way the laws are set up in Michigan, I just can't have a truck backed up, so I will actually purchase about 75 kegs of beer.
Kegs?
And they will have so many. Yeah, I will be purchasing about 75 kegs of beer, and they will actually have a guy in their warehouse. If I run out, he will be in the truck bringing me more.
Oh, okay.
When I get down to 10, I'm making that call.
Yeah, 75 kegs. That seems like a lot of beer. I mean, I'm not a beer drinker, but it seems like a lot of beer because I watched them fill up all the back bars with the bottles of beer, case of beer. Then they have the truckload of ice, the truckload of water. And, you know, now do you have a Fajita Joe there?
Oh yeah, it is a major undertaking to do this.
Oh my goodness.
There's been many sleepless nights for me already.
Oh.
And,
it sounds like it's going to be a blast. I mean, it would just blow my sensory. I don't think I would be able to live afterwards if I went to an event like that. I think
after you see a fire performer, you would like to say, really? Why in the world would somebody start doing that for a living?
I know. I say that.
He is intense.
Well, I say that every time Hades shoot out the fire because we were just talking to him at the last event. He was telling me back when he first started doing it how he had burned up his mustache off and burned his hands up and, you know. And I'm like, but yet.
The first thing he should know is not to have a mustache if he's going to breathe
fire.
Yeah,
but then every time they come out, that's what the draw is. When he comes out, he shoots that flame of fire and everybody goes crazy. But I'm just thinking, man, you could burn yourself up. What if you have to sneeze just when you get ready to blow that? Seems like you would inhale that fire.
I would be scared to death to do it myself. I've actually worked with a few guys that did it. A gentleman out of New Jersey by the name of Balls Mahoney, he breathed fire as well. Old ECW wrestler. You guys also got another guy over there that's actually on his way up in the wrestling world. I think his name is Alcatraz.
I don't know who that is either. I haven't
He's
seen him yet.
Spanish guy. I haven't seen him in a few years actually, so I don't know how he's doing.
Now is he with the PPW or he just in Michigan wrestling?
He's just in Michigan. He's out of Saginaw.
Oh, okay. Because I think the person that's the head of PPW here, he has a lot of connections back and forth. Because we just had Zach Gowen here for the last event.
Zach is a very good friend of mine.
Oh, okay.
Zach has actually stayed at my house a few times.
Oh, okay. Because we met him and he was so pleasant. I interviewed him and then we actually got to meet him at the event before the event started. We was able to take pictures with him and everything. Really nice.
He's a great kid, isn't he?
Yeah, he really is. And I remember watching him when he first came on the scene, and we were just amazed how he was jumping off the ropes and stuff with one leg. We like, look at him fly.
Actually, no, it's not on YouTube. Me and Zach tag teamed a few times together.
Oh my goodness.
Against Jimmy Jacobs and.
Well, he's gonna be here.
Guy.
Jimmy Jacobs gonna be here Saturday.
Jimmy is a great friend of mine as well.
Yeah, that's Mr.
Jimmy started working for me when he was 14 years old.
Mm-hmm. They call him? Playboy. What do they call him? Pretty face Playboy Jimmy Jacobs or something like that. But he's gonna be here Saturday, tomorrow.
Oh, well, you know why? Get a hold of him. You may not be able to get a hold of him online. He's never online. So
right, I'll shoot
his phone number to you, and maybe you can get him on too.
Yeah,
He's another great friend.
They were. Well, Joe was trying to get him hooked up with me, but we didn't get together before the show. So if we go tomorrow night, I'll probably run into him because I can go in there and just walk past everybody. I'll be like, it's Flaminpit. I don't have to pay. You understand?
That's right. You tell your friends with me, you'll get in no problem.
Right. I'll be like, Jeff told me I could come in, so don't even stand in my way. Yep. And they like, Jeff who?
Don't make him drive all the way to Flint.
Right, don't make him come down here. You have to put a little attitude with it.
Oh, yeah, you got to get that sister attitude going with him.
When I start snapping my neck, then they know, all right, back it up.
It makes my neck hurt to see a person do that.
I know, I never do it.
Well, Jimmy and Zach are both good friends of mine, and actually they both stayed at my house before. Jimmy started working for me when he was 14 years old. I think he's pretty close to 27 now, 28, somewhere in that range.
Yeah, he seems young because they're all like, they could be my son every time I see him. I'm like, you're young enough to be my son.
Oh, honey, I've had to be daddy to him a few times.
You mess him up.
I've had to bust them up a little bit.
Well, there you go. Keep them in check.
They know if they're going to work with me or for me, they're not going to get out of line.
Right.
And they've all realized that the hard way. They all got to test the old man.
Right. I wish you still did a little wrestling. You could come down here, maybe get with Joe like a special event and come in and just bust up a bunch of young bucks. Show them what it's about.
A lot of them young boys are afraid to work with us old guys.
Oh yeah. Because you guys know all the moves.
We were a little bit rougher on them, or rougher back then than they are these days.
Ooh, I mean, I used to watch them, and I love when they just body slam people, you know, like the SmackDown and all that. I mean, when they hit those mats, it's amazing. I mean, I jump out of my seat because it's like, oh, dang, I know that hurt.
Oh, it does. I don't care what anybody says. When you hit that mat, every vertebrae in your back cracks.
Mm-hmm. And they come out red from all the marks where they done hit the mat. I just crack up and I'm like, you guys are crazy if you think I would get in there with you. I did get the guest referee a couple of times, and I thought that was cool. But I was so nervous. I was so nervous, Jeff. You should see my hands was trembling. So my son was with me. He was cracking up. He was like, why are you shaking like that? I said, I don't know.
Well, I tell you what, on this show here, actually, I am bringing in a midget wrestler to host this for me.
Oh.
And the one thing in wrestling business, I was always afraid of talking to Mike.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Always hated it.
Get out of here. You can go out there and bust a head, but you won't talk into Mike.
Yeah. It doesn't make any sense, but I just always hated it.
So now...
he's going to come in and host the show.
Yeah.
By the name of Pod.
So now, does he have you got a stripper pole so the little guy can get up on the stripper pole?
No, but I wouldn't be opposed to doing it. How's that sound?
Well, you know, I mean, like on Full Throttle, you know, they got the stripper poles, and they got that one little guy. I don't even know his name, but he come up there, he gets up on the pole.
Yeah, I forgot they had a midget on the show.
Yeah.
You know how entertaining it's going to be to watch a midget host a bikini contest?
That's what I'm saying. He's right about boob high.
Yeah. You know,
I mean, he got the best view.
Wrong with that?
He's got the best view. Now all you need is the stripper pole, and, you know, he's good to go. Because, you know, Full Throttle, they got the donkey, too.
I don't want no donkeys.
No, I wouldn't want a donkey. You got to clean that. You got to clean up after that.
I got to draw the line with donkeys.
You have to clean up after him, too. It's like, no way. What did I step in?
I grew up on a farm. I'm done with that kind of stuff.
I grew up on a farm, too, but we ate everything, so we didn't have pets like that. We had a goose one day. We had a goose one day. And,
for a little while.
Yeah, you know, and then, you know, they'd be dinner or something. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I've ate many of my pets. My bull or my pig or any of those.
All of those. Now, the other thing is, you know, we had talked about you were in L.A. or something about some L.A. awards or something that you were a part of.
Well, actually, the American Greed, which is one of the bands that's playing, they won the L.A. Music Awards last year for Album of the Year, and I guess they've been invited back this year. They're the ones more involved in it. I was actually going out to the awards this year, but I don't know if I'm going to make it or not anymore.
Yeah, you got too much stuff on your plate already.
Yeah, so I think the week after this show is something to do with that. I don't know off the top of my head. I'd have to look and see what's going on with them.
Yeah.
But you never know where I end up at.
That is true. That is true. But it seems like you have such a big event that everybody's going to have fun. And if it was a little bit closer, actually, I thought Hartford was closer. I don't know where I was at that I saw the sign. Maybe it said Hartford and like 500 miles, but I remember seeing it. I thought it was a lot closer. I thought it was like past Ann Arbor or somewhere like that.
Well, it's past Ann Arbor.
Well, it's past Ann Arbor, all right. But I mean, going in that direction.
I can get to Ann Arbor in about an hour and 15, 20 minutes.
Well, yeah, and I get there in like 50 minutes, you know. But I guess one day, if you decide to do it, you should come to Flint. See, we have a good racetrack here, and plus we have fairground that you guys could do an event like that here. And I don't think we've
never out of the question.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever had anything like that. I mean, we do a lot of stuff here, and then the fair comes in August, and you would be right on track with that. I mean, we have you heard of the Warrior Dash? We've had that. Yeah. 2 years in a row here, and that was a big deal. And the first year, I got to scoop the interview before the TV channels did. You know, I'm bad. I'm bad.
It's all right.
We had so much fun with that, and then it was so great that they came back again last year. So they came 2 years in a row.
Good. So I know I wrestled. I think the IMA Arena. Is that over?
Yep.
Yeah, I wrestled there a few times. When was that? 12 years ago, I think it was last time, 10 years ago.
Well, I used to go there back in the day. I think it was like mid 90s or something, when they used to have a lot of people there. Like like all of WWE when they were WWF, all of them have been there except Hulk Hogan. And we were there back when my son was about 6 or 7 years old. His barber used to buy up a whole row. And so we would just come in and buy tickets from him, so we would all have front row seats. And I got, cool. And I got to slap hands with like Andre the Giant and Scary Sherry, and I mean everybody except everybody except the Ultimate Warrior, because you know how he run around the ring so fast and then he jump up on the ring and shake. He's the only one that I didn't get to touch.
Well, that's okay. You don't know where his hand's been.
I know. You got to keep that sanitizer.
I'm not an Ultimate Warrior fan. I hate to tell you that. I loved his work. I don't care much for him. How's that?
Well, yeah. Well, I would like to meet Sting. You know, I wanted to see him back when he was like the first Sting. Now he's the dark side of Sting, and I don't know that I really like that. But, you know,
don't worry. He'll go back the other way.
Yeah, they always flip-flop. Because now over here at the Palace, they've been there a few times. I saw Eddie Guerrero before he passed away. And
Jimmy Jacobs worked Eddie Guerrero. I think his second to the last match Eddie worked.
Oh, okay. And
for WWE.
Yep, because they were there, and the Undertaker was there, and we had a good match. That time we were second row, so we got to see everything. I won't go unless I'm either first or second row, because otherwise you can't even see them. Yeah.
Well, now, a little wrestling history. Taker's wife is from Kalamazoo. His ex-wife, I guess I should say now, is from Kalamazoo.
Oh, because I thought...
So he was in Michigan quite a bit, actually.
Yeah, because I know they go to the Joe Louis Arena a lot. They have a lot of matches down there. But when they come here, they usually go to the Palace, or a smaller group will go to Saginaw, or they'll go to this Pirani Arena. Now it used to be IMA, but it's Pirani now. But, you know... That's why you guys need to bring one of these full throttle type things to Flint. I would love it. I would come to it then.
Don't count it out.
My sensory, I would be on sensory overload. I'd probably never sleep again because all the noise and the vibrations and the excitement. I'd probably never sleep again.
You never know. Like I said, we might even do it inside the IMA.
Oh, now that would be rowdy. I don't think you could fit in there.
You mean Pirani?
Yeah, they won't fit in there. That's too little. Yeah. They would have to have it outside where everybody, cause they did the smoke machines and everything in there, and it was so smoky they had to stop the show, open up all the doors and stuff and let the smoke out. We was about to die in there. I was like, I can't breathe.
You can turn that machine off every now and then.
I know, but they just had it crazy in there. It's not big enough for anything like that. When they redid it, they took up a lot of space. It used to be like wide open space, but it's not like that anymore. So
I like the outdoor shows myself anyway. That way, if a person chooses they want the smoke, they don't. It's more of a laid-back atmosphere. You don't have people running in and outdoors, smoking, doing this, doing that. You keep an eye on everything.
Yeah, I'd rather have it.
I actually hired the city police to take care of all of our security work.
Oh, well, shoot. Were they bootlegging? Are they bootlegging? Are they off-duty and then they come and work for you?
Sort of, yeah. They're actually on duty. I'm just paying their wages.
Oh, okay. So for that day, they can get paid extra to work for you.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, they normally only carry 2 or 3 cops in town. I hired 15 of them.
Yeah. Well, I would think you probably need about 25 because you probably gonna have a couple thousand people there at least.
Yeah, but like I said earlier, these groups don't get rowdy. That's the one thing. I stopped in and I looked at probably 20 different bike rallies and different events that they put on over the last 2 years, and I've never seen a person get stupid.
Oh, well, that's good, because you see what happens on Full Throttle. Some of them, they have to pick them up and hoist them out.
Well, and I'm not opposed to doing that if I have to do it, but I don't plan on it. I don't have a problem getting physical.
Yeah, tell them that's not my job, but if I have to, don't make me hurt you.
Sometimes it just makes you feel better if you do it yourself.
Well, the job will get done right. That's the thing.
Well, I'm not the littlest cat in all the land, so most generally, if I say something, they either listen or they don't have any choice but to listen.
Yeah. We had the picture that we were going to put up is the one with the sunglasses and the big flower shirt. So I said, oh, yeah, that's scary right there.
Yeah, like I said, I'm getting awful old for all that drama, but like I said, I'm not afraid to do what I got to do to protect my show and the people at it.
Well, I wish you a lot of luck with the show, and I do want you to really consider bringing a show like that to Flint, because I think it would be on point. And I'll even come and volunteer. I mean, what can I do? What can I do? I want to get on the mic. I want to get up there and scream stuff. I mean, what can I say?
Well, we can get that stripper pole, too.
I'll do that, too.
All right.
Don't believe it.
That'll work for me. We also got a group coming in out of Detroit by the name of Chrome Molly. And, they're a huge thing over on your side of the state, and I'm planning on making them a huge thing on my side of the state. They're awesome. I can't wait to work with them.
Chrome Molly. I see that Detroit's Chrome Molly. And then what you got, what Free Me and has been in Top 10 Detroit. I don't know what that is.
They're one of the radio station top 10 acts. I don't know.
So are they
what one of the acts, several of them.
So they're a hard rock band with a name like Chrome.
Yeah, they're harder rock. They're not headbanging, screaming music, because I don't do that because it makes my ears hurt.
It makes my throat hurt when they like.
Yeah,
it's like they're getting choked out. I'm thinking they're getting choked out or something.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, I can't deal with all that screaming, hollering, headbanging. Oh, my God, I'm too old.
I know. I can't take it. So anyways, let everybody know one more time, like, where this event is going to be and what time. Like, we didn't talk about, like, how much does it cost to get in and parking and all that kind of stuff.
Well, parking's free. It's just a $10 gate fee. Mm-hmm. Basically $10 a person.
Like,
is that $10? Michigan.
Is that $10? Is that $10 for each person in the car?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
You got 7 bands, a bikini contest, a bike burnout contest, the Grand Rapids finest stunt bike team is going to perform as well. And my favorite thing, torch. I mean, how can you go wrong with a guy that breathes fire?
That's what I'm saying. I'm looking forward to that.
He uses a 7-foot on-fire bullwhip in his act as well.
What? He got a 7-foot whip? I got a 6-foot whip. I got a 6-foot whip.
His motorcycle shoots 8-foot flames out the back of it.
Get out of here.
So you will see him driving down the road when he comes to this show.
Oh, well, I guess you can't help but see a 7-foot tall man with fire breathing out of his butt.
There you go.
What'd you say, a 10-foot whip?
Something like that, 10-foot or 7-foot bullwhip that's on fire.
Dang. He sounds bad. He sounds badass, I'm telling you.
I tell you, I'm actually looking forward to seeing him perform myself. All I've seen were the videos that he sent me when he turned in his application to work for us. And,
okay.
But all these bands are playing. You can check out on YouTube. You can check us out on www.hartfordbikefest.20fr.com.
Mm-hmm.
And there's links to all the band's videos that they got out. American Greed's releasing a new video the first week of June. They just got done filming.
Mm-hmm.
Chrome Molly's got one or two out. Second season's got a few out that are all just great work. And that's kind of give you an idea of the quality that this show is. When you look at what these guys have done, and it's online, you will know exactly what you're getting when you get here.
All right, then. Well, I want to thank you for your patience with our technical difficulties and taking the time out of your very busy schedule to shoot the breeze on the Flaminpit Show. And I'm hoping, like, in the next year or so, before I get too old to enjoy it, you're going to come to Flint and do that thing.
Well, I'll tell you what, a week or two after this is over with, I'll shoot over to Flint and see what we can't figure out.
All right, then. Well, I'll be ready, because I want to see that stripper pole.
All right. I'll bring my dollars.
Don't believe the hype. Well, Jeff, I want to thank you for coming on today, and Make sure you shoot me the number or the contact to Mr. Mike Ballard, or you talk to him for me, whatever it takes. But I really enjoyed having you on the show, and we do want to see something like that happen in Flint. And if there's anything I can do to help promote it, just let me know, and we'll fire up the microphone again.
All righty. Well, I will get everything to you here shortly, and when you see Jimmy and them this weekend, tell them you're buddies of mine, and they will take care of you.
All right, I'll do that. Well, thank you so much for coming on, and I will talk to you soon.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Okay. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Oh, man.
Okay, so you want to say anything else before we wrap it up, or?
Well, next week, I want everybody to know next week, I won't be doing the show because of the holiday. I want everybody to have a safe holiday, but I'll be back, on June the 1st, I've skipped all the way to July, look at that. June 4th, we have a 4:30 show, so tune in at 4:30. I have Matt Smith from Matt's Music Center coming back on. He's got some great things going on in the neighborhood and the community with the children. So make sure everybody tune in. So for then, until then, oh my goodness, I'm so confused. I got so excited about all that bike stuff. I'm just all amped up now. I want to go. Yep. But anyways, everybody have a safe holiday, and I'll see you on June 4th, 4:30, Flaminpit, and we're out.